Welcome back. This is a patrol story, and I'll relate another story on RealCopStoryVideos.com that relates to this particular sergeant. Nice guy. Okay, he was an older sergeant, and I worked for him on a deuce watch, the 6 at night till 2 in the morning, which I've referred to a lot of times. Really nice guy. Well, one night we get a major party, which they parties in those days in East LA. They spill out in the street, and there's 40, 50 people out there, and they're drinking, they're blocking this, they're racing down the street. So we get calls to go to this thing. So 8, 12 of us show up, and we're gonna clear the street. But what happened was, as we're showing up, they're throwing rocks and bottles at us. Okay, so the sergeant, another sergeant, yelling to everybody, identify the throwers, identify the throwers. So we're trying to see who's throwing these bottles, because cops are ducking, and there's glass breaking, and a lot of danger here. And also they throw it, and they wouldn't throw it far enough, and hit their own people. Figure that one out, okay? Okay, so we're trying to stop this for all reasons. Obviously, officer safety, but also for the citizens. Once a couple of times, because this is a sterile environment. You don't have like an empty street with the rioters, so to speak, and that's it. You got people in their front yards that are just watching. A lot of times people like to come out their homes and watch the police because this is their live cable out here. Police, all right, So, and they get hit by some of this stuff because they're not exactly the Nolan Ryan of rioters. They don't know how to throw anything. They throw it all wild and stuff. Nolan Ryan, that's back in my era, back in the 70s, the pitcher for the Angels. Anyway, so they're throwing stuff. So we team up with 2 or 3 guys and we take off after people that are throwing stuff. And it's not the right way to do things. And nowadays they line up and do but in those days we were just basically, so it was scattered bodies, a couple over there, 3 over there. So we're just kind of isolating, we take off. Okay, so we surround this one guy and we're hooking him up and we're getting stuff thrown at us. So this really nice gray-haired sergeant, who I worked for later in Vice, he comes around the corner and he pulls in and he's yelling, get in the car, because there's stuff being thrown. So now there's 3 of us still. That's right, 3 of us still. I'm in the front seat with myself, my partner and another guy are in the back seat with the suspect. We didn't have a cage. This is all just police cars. Throw him in the back seat. So I'm looking out and I'm trying to dodge. And so I'm looking, there's people running around and screaming. And the supervisor goes, is it clear? Because he wants to put it in reverse and get out of there because all the crowd's here. He goes, it's clear, go. So he puts it in reverse and he floors it. Well, he ran over a guy, okay? The guy had been hit by a projectile. We don't throw projectiles, and somebody else hit him. He was part of the group. He had fallen on the passenger side, and I'm looking out trying to see people, so standing. I didn't see him, and so as soon as he backed up the police car, it rolled over his legs, okay? And you hear him screaming because all the windows are down, and he screamed, oh! I said, oh my God, you ran over somebody. He goes, well, you said it was clear. Oh, well, that's a mute point. So I jump out. More officers run up, pick up the guy, drag him away because his legs are broke, okay? Put him in another car, and everybody takes off, okay? So I couldn't apologize as much as I apologized to the supervisor. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my God! Oh my God! It was just, he's okay. He didn't run over his head. Oh, that's really funny. It's like I'm trying to keep this real, but it's tough. I mean, you don't do that to the citizen. You don't run them over. So I drive away towards safety, and they call the paramedics, and here they come. And our guy was fine. The guy that they had in the car, and now I'm tasked to be over this guy, because I was the one that said it was clear, okay? So the lieutenant's there, he pulls up and he asks what happened, and of course the sergeant's squared away guy, tells him what happened, comes to me, and I said, explain what would have happened. I saw it was clear, and I said, okay, fine. So they just want the truth, they just want what happened. All right, so I take him away, legs are broken, I mean his feet are pointing in the opposite direction. Obviously, it's when they lift him up, it looks like Raggedy Ann and Andy, they're just dangling, they're broken, okay? I think it broke him at the shin bones, I believe. It was just not a good thing. Okay, so off he went. Of course, he sued the city and got thousands of dollars, and that's fine. That's what you should do. Okay, fine. So he never let me forget that. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. How many times am I going to say I'm sorry? I didn't see the guy. Okay, all right. Now, he goes to another unit. I go to another unit. Ironically, 6-8 months later, he brings me into Vice because we work together very well. I work for him very well. He's a good guy, very good guy. And so I'm working with him again. Okay, I worked for him a year before in this assignment where the legs were run over, and now I'm working with him in Vice because he knows good people. Okay, and if you know good people, you hire good people. You don't hire the drones, you hire the workers. Anyway, that's beside the point. So now, okay, fine. So then he moves on, I move on. Fast forward, I think I said the other story, 5-6 years because he's ready to retire. Go to retirement. Okay, big party, cops everywhere, and they're bringing up his package, his history. He was a model officer. He had no shootings. He had no beatings. He had no personnel complaints. He had a stack of accommodations from the public. As a patrolman, as a supervisor, he worked vice, he worked this, he worked that. And we're all, oh, okay. Until they get to run over his legs, okay? So he's up there with his wife and his 3 kids and, his friend and his friend's wife and everybody's there. And the guy, the roaster, I've done this, the guy that moderates, he goes, yeah, but unfortunately, he goes, he's got one thing in his package. He ran over a guy and broke his legs in a police car, and everybody just starts roaring. And he looks at me and he goes, you! He points at me, I'm sorry. And everybody's laughing. His wife looks at me, he never even told his wife, he didn't tell anybody, okay? Well, you go to these police retirements, man, we're detectives. We find out stuff. And a lot of times the guys don't tell their wives stuff, okay? They just keep it quiet. It's okay. Well, fine, whatever reason, I don't know. She's looking at him, the kids are looking at him, and so, of course, the host, he blows the story up. He ran him over, he dragged him down the street. It's all a bunch of crap, and it made it sound really dramatic. Oh, I didn't do that. He's arguing with the moderator. It's pretty funny. So after it's over and everybody just mingling, he comes over and he goes, man, his wife goes, that was really funny. And I go, yeah. I said, I'm sorry, I'm Frank. And he says, well, I told my wife what happened now, and I think it was a big deal. And this guy brought it up. I go, man, I really feel bad. You had a perfect record for 30 years. I said, I'm so sorry. He goes, oh, it's a big deal. I said, I know, Frank. Oh, well, what are you going to do, Frank? I dragged my beer to him, and I said, Frank, it's clear, Frank. And drank my beer and went on. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this story. We'll talk to you later. Thank you. Bye.